What's up guys, my name is Delio, and in today's video I'm going to show you guys how to play the Black Ops 2 DLC 5 Alpha on Xenia Canary emulator. This is actually really simple, and you just have to do a couple steps in order for it to run. So without further ado, let's jump straight into it. Okay, so first of all, what you want to do is go to this GitHub page by Adrian Kassar. It's basically his fork of Xenia Canary. Basically, you want to download you want to go to the action side. I showed this in one of my other tutorials. Basically, it updates the EXE in the build. Like every time there's like something added to the workflow. So basically you want to click on the latest one, and right here, as you can see, Xenia Canary Netplay VS 2022. Basically you want to download this. It's going to download into a zip file, and once it's in a zip file, what you want to do, you want to extract that into its own folder. Alright, so once it extracts into a folder, basically what you want to do is run it one time. So you want to run the Netplay version for the first time, because once it runs for the first time, you're going to get a config file. So it's a Xenia Canary Netplay config.toml. So what you want to do is either open this up in Notepad, or for me personally, I use Visual Studio to do that because it has basically all the lines like numbered, so like from 1 to like 514 here. Basically, you're going to want to go, if you're using Visual Studio, you want to go to line 323, and this will be CL. It's under kernel. CL is basically the command line. So what you want to do is copy in a couple commands. These ones in particular are the most important. I'm going to have this linked in the description for ease of use. Basically, draw scene models, draw skinned models, and draw scene entities. The reason why this game doesn't work outside of the box on this particular build is because right now at the moment there's an issue with drawing like entities and like certain model types in Xenia. When you do draw those things, it basically only lets the game launch for like maybe like 5-10 seconds, and once everything loads in, it kind of just crashes the GPU code of Xenia and it doesn't work. So basically you have to bypass that by putting this into basically the game. It's unfortunate that this is currently broken, but maybe down the line somebody will go and patch that out, hopefully, and we won't have to do this anymore. And honestly, if you're comparing just playing this on PC, if all this stuff was working and you're playing it on PC, it runs so much better than even an Xbox 360 that's modded. I have an RGH Xbox 360. I'm probably going to make a video where I basically play the build and we check it all out. I also want to make some other videos playing some other builds and stuff like that of prior Call of Duties, but a lot of the old Call of Duties actually work on Xenia emulator now and are fully functional. So it's like, once these things get ironed out and Black Ops 2 is fully playable on Xenia, there's practically no reason to use a dev kit or a RGH. It's just something that's nice to have, I guess, but hopefully that gets fixed. Regardless of all that, you want to copy this command into this line. So there you go. Once you copy that in, just save the file, and yeah, there you go. So let's exit out of that. So once you do that, you're going to want to download this patch. I'm going to have it linked in the description as well. This basically patches the EXE, so the EXE like actually loads into the game. So you're going to want to create a folder inside your base directory of Xenia Canary called patches. It has to be in all lowercase. It looks exactly like that. You're going to want to drop that patch inside the Xenia Canary basically folder here. So after you do that, it will work and you're basically all set. So what exactly does this do? If you look at here, it basically just patches the hash of the EXE file, and it basically skips something like initially, because it basically gets hung up on a black screen and it just doesn't load. This basically bypasses that and it loads into that. So that's all it does. So there we go. Now we can actually check this out. So you're going to want to download the build from someplace. I'm not able to distribute the link for obvious reasons, but you can find it on something like Hidden Palace, probably at some point. That's usually where they get released. So basically, you're going to want to download that. I'll have all this linked in the description for you guys. You want to run the COD-MP patched here. There you go, run it in Xenia. And what you'll notice is that takes a little bit. It's actually going to load into Shangri-La right now. So here we are on Shangri-La. As you can see, if everything was actually running properly and everything was there, you'd actually be able to get some pretty high frames on this, like 240. I mean, even though I have a 5800X 3D in here, so it depends on your PC, but you can get better performance on this than you can get on an Xbox, just that's modded. So hopefully it gets fixed eventually. Let's turn on the volume because it's a little loud here. There we go. So as you can see, the zombies are completely invisible. Your view model is invisible. and you just can't see anything. You can't even see the barriers when you're repairing them too. Like, you can hear everything, you just can't see anything. So please, whoever is working on the GPU portion of Xenia, please fix this. It'd be really cool to play all these builds in this game, and so people can actually, you know, experience DLC 5 on Black Ops 2 as well, because this is just insane. Like, it's nuts to me that this stuff released. Like, this was a build that I was thinking about for a long time. You know, when I was looking at all the screenshots and stuff, I knew there was a build out there somewhere, and somebody released it. So let's pick up Quick Revive, even though I can't see it. So yeah, let's actually load into a couple other maps. Unfortunately, there's some issues with this build of the game, so certain maps aren't playable through the menu. You have to basically just cheat yourself into the map through like devmap and stuff like that, unfortunately, because if you actually go into certain menus, it just doesn't work. Yeah, prime example is this. I'm pretty sure this just froze Xenia. So in order to kind of bypass that, I know a couple of them that don't work is like, I think Kino. So this is something you can add to the command as well once you're in here. Add plus devmap zm underscore whatever map you want to play. So for example, for Kino, we'll do theater. Then you want to make sure there's a semicolon next to the next command. And once you actually do that, it's all good. So let's save that again, and this time it should launch straight into Kino. Apparently, no, not ghosts. Let's not launch into ghosts. Thank you. All right, there we go. Apparently, the reason why it doesn't load into stuff is because there's like a sound effect or something that's supposed to play and it doesn't work. So it kind of just freezes basically the game. So unfortunately, you have to run the just XEX file version of this. And the XEX file doesn't have the debug menu and all that stuff. So you're not able to get access to basically giving yourself guns and things like that. So that's just an unfortunate thing when it comes to Xenia at the moment. There's certain things that just won't work. You know, hopefully eventually it'll get fixed. But here we are here. We're in Kino. You notice that it's kind of buggy right now. There's certain things that aren't finished. In particular, the skybox. Normally in the regular version of this build, the sky is completely black, but there's sunlight going through. Yeah, it's a little weird. And I just downed. Let's do a map restart real quick. There we go. Once it's loaded, it's all good. So, as you can see, through the debug menu, you can give yourself ammo, you can give yourself a bunch of money, give yourself infinite ammo, you can toggle no targets, you can give yourself God mode and stuff, you can give yourself power-ups as well, so we could drop ourselves a bonfire sail. Oh, there's a bonfire sail right here. Bonfire sail, as you can see, it's completely, like, nothing showing up because that isn't working. See, we've got a bonfire sail. Let's actually no clip or UFO our way out of here. Let's go turn on the power and stuff. It's a bit laggy right now, but it's all right. It's all good. It'll fix itself in a second. Turn on the power. We now don't need to worry about that. Go up to the pack bunch here. See if bonfire sail even works, because I don't think it does. It's just showing up as like an insta-kill or something. Give it type 95. Oh, it does work. So bonfire sail does work. That's very interesting. So yeah, that is this build, and that's how you actually play it on Xenia emulator. A couple things you can keep in mind as well. Here's a couple other tips. If you don't feel like consistently going through the files and changing the commands, I'll show you this example because this is actually really simple to do this as well. I'm gonna go down to the command line. There it is. So we're gonna copy this whole command. I'm gonna get rid of it, and then let's get it back to normal here. Save that. Now there's absolutely no command in there. Comes to basically loading game, so it's literally just base Black Ops 2 with the patch. So it basically loads into the menu just fine. There's no issues. Go into local. So what you want to do is press the start and the tab buttons on your controller. So these two buttons right here you want to press. Basically, all you need to do is go to art, then debug, and you want to find draw scene entities, turn that off. Draw scene models, really turn that off as well. Draw skin models, turn that off. So when you turn all those off through this menu, you don't need to go through the command line in order for it to work. So let's load into origins or Letumbiao, however you say that. There we go. As you can see, it just works. No problem. Just like through the command line, it just works. So there you go. That's another way you can launch into this as well. So yeah, I'm gonna do a full-blown video covering the whole entire build once I get my Xbox 360 dev kit, because I bought that off of eBay. They're going for some decent prices, but the reason why I actually went for that is because I want to be able to actually like use the build in its entirety, go through probably buried, go through all these other stuff in detail. We're going to be comparing it to the launch maps as well. That's going to be really interesting, and hopefully I'm able to get that in pretty soon. The sellers aren't going to be able to get it to me until like sometime in January, so we're going to be making some other content during that time. I'm going to make my video about Citadel very soon, because I have some thoughts and things I want to say about Citadel and things like that. I know it's been like 21 days since its release. You will see a video from me talking about that in the near future. Hopefully within the next couple days. I do plan on making a video talking about that stuff, give my thoughts on the current state of Black Ops 6, because the game has gone through a ton of controversy, and I don't think this game is going to age as well as people, you know, think it's going to age. And I think the honeymoon phase, it's finally starting to wear out, and people are getting tired of this modern zombie slop. Like, honestly, you know, I'm not trying to be a hater here. People seem to really be not enjoying the current direction of zombies, and I'm glad that people are finally starting to freaking say something. They should have been saying that for years now, but hey, better late than never. So yeah, hope you all enjoyed this video. If you guys did and you want to see some other stuff on the channel, make sure to drop a like. If you guys want to check out some archive content, check out COD Zombies Archive for COD Zombies Nostalgia. And as always, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you all have a wonderful day.